Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm back today with, as some of you may know, or if you've been following my videos, I'm getting ready to travel back to Indiana. I currently live in California, but I'm from Indiana. My family all lives in Indiana. And I am going back home because my sister was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. And so we are kind of navigating that and what it means. And I'm going home this week. I think I've had 5 days to prepare, but because she meets with the oncologist on Thursday the 30th, and we wanted to be there with her when she gets all of her test results back. So I thought I would show you what I have in my carry-on bag, and and I don't know if you're aware, but in 2025, January of 2025, a lot of rules and airline rules and regulations have changed. So I am flying Southwest, which is usually what I always fly. I just really appreciate them and how they do things. Um, but I am also taking my dog for the first time. I am flying with her, so that is hopefully going to go smoothly. I took her to the vet on Friday, and she got just a little well care exam and kind of a checkup. And then they prescribed her some gabapentin for her anxiety. She's a very anxious dog. Um, and so she and I spend most of our days at home because I'm disabled. So she's not used to a lot of people, definitely not used to flying. She doesn't travel well in the car. She whines the entire time. So this is the first time that I've gotten some medicine for her. So they gave her gabapentin for anxiety, and they gave her trazodone as a sedative to help her. Hopefully, we're praying that she sleeps. It is probably it's about an 8 hour travel day for us. We'll only be on the plane traveling for about 5 or 6 hours. But with changing planes, I have to change plane in Vegas. Um, then, so it makes for a long day. And these medications are supposed to last her 8 hours. I'm supposed to give them to her 2 hours before I want them to take effect. So my flight leaves at 6:15. Plan on getting to the airport about 5ish, and so before we leave about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to give her the gabapentin and the trazodone. Then I'm going to load her in her carrier, and hopefully it'll take us about 30 to 45 minutes to get to the airport. So hopefully in that time her medication can start working and she won't even be aware of all the people around, and hopefully it will just go smoothly. My doctor also is wonderful. You know, this was just a 5 days I had to prepare for this, and I called my doctor and got some anxiety medication for me while flying. I always do that, especially when I fly alone. I'm usually pretty good when I fly with Greg, but this time I'm flying home with just the dog. So, let me show you. And they told me, so my pet carrier is my carry-on item, and then I get one personal item. So I have a backpack filled with some things that I'll show you, but I also have my little crossbody, and if worst comes to worst, if they throw a fit about it, I will just put it in my backpack so that I only have the one bag. So what I take in my crossbody is I have in this little side pocket. I don't need that lighter because I can only take one, but I have a couple of perfumes, my chapstick, and then a lipstick, and my cloth for my glasses and my screens. So that goes in there. And then in this front pocket, I keep just my wallet, just so it's easy, and when I pull it out, nothing else comes out. So I keep my wallet in there. Of course, I have my new ID. If you're going to fly this year, you need a real ID. So make sure you get that. And then inside my bag, I take a pack of wet wipes. You never know when you'll need them. Some mints. In here, I have some documents. It is just Annie's shot records, and that she had just a well checkup, and her scripts for her medications. I also keep my placard, the paper that is for my placard that goes in my vehicle saying I'm disabled. And then I also keep a copy of the letter that shows that I am disabled, because they do provide assistance. Southwest does. I always get the wheelchair, and that is so because I have double knee replacement in my legs, plus I have a healed fracture in my pelvis that is chronically painful. So I usually use their disabled little services that they offer, and it will be easier for me to navigate, just with Annie's carrier and my backpack. So that helps. And then it also allows me to board first on Southwest as a disabled person, which will be good when I'm navigating with her carrier, but also ensures that when I get to my destination that I also get help by wheelchair or whatever needed. Usually it's not as long of a walk from when you arrive at your destination to baggage, so sometimes I don't need the wheelchair, but I will this time because I have too much to carry. So I always carry these documents. And then in here, I just keep a few little things: a nail file, a pen, some flossers, which are falling out, some of my flossers. I keep a toothbrush and toothpaste, a little comb. I've been wearing my hair curly, so I really don't need to comb it. So I keep those in this little pack, and then this contains both mine and Annie's medications, our prescription meds, my inhaler, and then in here I keep ibuprofen, Tylenol, my anxiety medication, and I also have a liver disorder called primary biliary cholangitis, so I have to take that throughout the day. There's a couple more meds that go in here. Like one of Annie's meds, her gabapentin has to be refrigerated, so I can't put that in here until later. So that's what I keep in my little crossbody. I don't think I really have to take anything besides that. And then as far as, oops, I forgot to put these away. But as far as a personal item, I am taking a backpack. I encourage you, if you take a personal item, make sure you take a bag that like zips or buttons, so that your things, when you put it up in the overhead compartment, do not fall out and you don't risk losing something. In the backpack, I have, in the front, I have some little dog treats. That is in the front, and then in here I have some tissues and an extra lip balm. You can't have enough lip balms. And then inside of it, I have, let's see, there's nothing in that one. I have some snacks for myself, just some little candies. I will also put some wet wipes in this bag. And then I have just a little coloring book, some colored pencils. These are calming chews, but what I use these for is to put her pills inside of that. They're soft, so I use that to put her pills. I hide her pills in there and disguise them cleverly, so she takes her medication. And then I will also put in here my Kindle and And I think that's pretty much it. Maybe her leash, the dog leash, I'll put it in there. This little one, it says crafting is my therapy. I have 2 pocket chargers, which are already charged. I have 2 cords and 2 of the boxes in case I find a charging station that just takes the plugins. So that's just to keep everything charged. As far as electronics that I take on the plane are my Kindle. Of course, I have my watch, my phone. I think that's the biggest amount of it. I have learned, as I have lived in California for a while now, I have learned to only pack what you need, and I've learned what I actually need and use when I travel. So I don't have to take a bunch of extras. Like, I will just take like 3 or 4 pairs of leggings, a pair of jeans, and then like a dressy pair of pants. And then I will just take tops to mix and match with those bottoms. And a couple pairs of shoes, my slippers, some pajamas. You know, I'll be at my dad's house, so I'll be able to wash clothes whenever I need to. So that's kind of where I'm at. I also always take like gifts to my kids, to my sisters, that kind of thing. And then, of course, my toiletries, my makeup. But that's the majority of what I'm taking. My sisters did ask me to bring my little nail stickers so that we could do our nails. And so that's kind of where I'm at. Oh, another thing that I will stick in my carry-on is my planner. I have to have that. My sister will have a lot of appointments. Plus, this, I can keep track of the appointments that I have rescheduled. And if my stay is longer than I anticipate, then I know what appointments I have and that I need to reschedule. I took my heart monitor off earlier. I was wearing a Holter monitor because I have heart palpitations. I am going into AFib quite a bit still. So I had to wear that heart monitor for 2 weeks, but it started cutting a spot in my chest, and it was rubbing it raw. So I took it off 2 days early and mailed it in. I just put a note inside of it and said, that I took it off early because it was causing trouble. I don't know how they expect it to stay on for 2 weeks anyways, but it just sticks to you. I ended up having to put some big Band-Aids over it that were waterproof so that it would stay while I showered. So I did that, and that's kind of about it, I think. I leave on Tuesday morning, like I said, very early. I have to get up at 2 a.m. So, if I'm able to sleep even. And then there was something else I was going to tell you all, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, I know what it was. So, when I travel, I am on disability. When you travel out of state, like my insurance, I have Medicare and I have Medicaid. My Medicare is my primary, and I get it because I am disabled. But it is California Medicare. So my concern was, how am I going to get my medications while I am back home in Indiana? Because I do take a couple of controlled medications. Controlled medications cannot be mailed from person to person. It would have to be a pharmacy that mailed it to me. And so I go to CVS here in California, so I called my insurance, my Cigna prescription insurance, and I told them that I was going to be taking a trip, that it was an emergency, and I asked them if I could get my medication filled at CVS in Indiana, even though it's California Medicare. And they have put a notification on my account so that I don't get flagged when I'm going to have my doctor send my prescriptions into Columbus, Indiana, and that way I don't get flagged and they don't get paid for. So all of my medications should be paid for up until February 14th, at that time, I need to let the insurance know if I will be remaining in Indiana or if I come back, and then it will go back to my regular mailing address and my regular pharmacies. So that is something that I was really stressed about, because I know you're not allowed to mail controlled medicines, and I didn't even know how to get my other medicines. I didn't want to, I take a lot of medication. I didn't want my family to have to mail every one of my scripts, so I can get them filled while I'm in Indiana. So I think that's it. Maybe I'll do a little packing video tomorrow. Other than that, I'm going to do a couple planner with me's, because I want to get my planner ready for the next few weeks while I'm gone. And yeah, you'll have to let me know. I know that new regulations on the liquids that you can take in your carry-on. There are new regulations for the batteries that you can take in your carry-on, for the number of electronic devices and the number of like power cords and any kind of battery that have lithium batteries in them. There's a limit now on how many you can take on a plane. So make sure, if you're going to fly in 2025, you check with your airline on what those new restrictions are. They have also, carry-ons have been restricted even more. The carry-ons that we were used to carrying have gotten smaller, and all of the airlines are going universal as far as a carry-on goes. I know with Southwest, you are allowed to carry on and one personal item. I don't know about other airlines. With Southwest, you're also allowed to check 2 bags for free. So that is what I do. That's another reason I go with Southwest, because you don't have all those added fees. What you pay for your ticket is what you pay. The only added fee that I have this time is, of course, the fee for Annie flying, which I think is $125, and I pay that when I check in. So, so make sure if you're going to travel, make sure you check with your airline on those new restrictions. So, and thankfully, I don't know what tipped me in my mind to check to see if there were new regulations, but there are. So make sure you check those. So, so yeah, I'll still be interacting with YouTube a little, and Instagram. I just won't be creating while I'm gone. But there is a Tuesday morning in Indiana. I will be definitely hitting that up. And yeah. So I'll be back soon with another crafty planner or beauty video, or just a vlogging video as I prepare to fly home. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I'll be back soon with another video.